their world is very different from where we are. I'll take for example my son. When I was his age, like 10 years old, I'm still playing jump rope. Okay, but my son is playing this online game. And when I try to involve with him and play with him, he would say, "Daddy, you are a noob." A noob means the amateur, and in Thai it's called "cha-cha la mai ru reung." So you are slow and you don't know things. So I have to teach you. Okay, and these generations they also challenge you. In my generation, for example, it's a one-way communication. Parents know more than you, so you have to listen to the parents. Now, no, for this generation, even the 10-year-old boy, they would challenge you and say that they learned this from YouTube. How you argue with it? Okay, and this is how many likes and this is how many don't like. How can you argue with that? This is the majority, what majority are saying. Okay, just recently he uploaded his criticisms on one of the online games to the YouTube, and you know what? His viewers exceed all of my YouTube upload combined together. I think it's over 700,000 views now. So you are seeing that you're looking forward 10, 15 years from now, and the behavior of the market will be shaped and will change. The mobile commerce will take place. The mobile culture will take place. This is not, you see that the consumer market always moves much faster than the corporate. So the corporate will have to also change itself, moving itself into the mobile culture. Because in many countries that you can see, including in these regions, we already have the mobile commerce exceed the online commerce, even in Thailand. So before, you can be a #1 in the online or in the traditional media world in doing commerce. But now, if you don't jump into the mobile commerce, then you have problem. From #1, you can turn into what? #10. Okay. So this is where we need to change, and the way they consume the media is also change. How you build the brand will have to be relevant, and we have to focus on the right community. Okay, and this is what is shaping the world. The Gen Y is changing the behavior and how they perceive the brand. But again, I would say that still the memory of the big brand is still very important. The memory of the people can only remember up to three top brands. But this is again another issue that for the countries in these regions, including China, in how to build brand. So we always look up to the foreign brand. So there's a lot of opportunities for the foreign investment and foreign brand to establish themselves over this transformation period of this emerging middle class market. And I cannot explain that the way I see it is coming so fast in this rapid change. Even my mother, she's now 74, and she's now texting lines and sending me stickers. Okay, so with this availability of both devices and the access, it's just changing the way people are consuming, and people are realizing the media, using the media to establish brand. So what I can say is that Gen Y will be key, and they have the influence. Okay, they influence the rest of the generation as well, and they actually shaped the new products and services. So if you wanted to do that, it is relevant even for ASEAN regions, because if you look at For example, take True Corporation itself. We plan to overlay fiber to home network in Bangkok, Greater Bangkok area, which cover about 4.5 million households or 15 million population in Bangkok and Greater Bangkok area. And this plan is actually to invest at, following again the national digital economic policies, is to be completed at the end of next year. So we are moving from a copper broadband into the optic fiber to home broadband. That would change many things. The home entertainment, the Internet of all things, like the machine to machines. You're talking about smart home. You are talking about smart transportation. You're talking about smart office, and then you're talking about smart cities. And this will happen within the next 2 to 3 years, not very distant away. We talk about one of the largest capitals in these regions, and I believe the other capitals will be doing the same thing. For the upcountry, just for True Corp itself, we are investing another 4 to 5 million households fiber to home. It will make the upcountry's home pass with the ability to access high-speed broadband internet up to about 6 million just for True Corp itself. Just for True Corporation, we will probably by the end of next year cover 10 million households out of 20 million. So the penetration are going very fast. This is not counting the 4G. By second half of this year, the 4G handset will be lower than $100. We could expect to see a $60 4G handset. Okay. So the 4G itself will also enhance the broadband communications. And this access, this sharing of knowledge and behaviors, and how what do you call it, the geo economy and the geo media. Now the company will have to change their media strategy in the next 2 to 3 years of how they're reaching all this the middle class and the generation Y, for example. This would be my comment at this point.
Thank you. Mr. Khan, earlier you talked vividly about the transportation infrastructure. Could you share with us your thoughts